Hi everyone, I am going to show the demo of my MERN stack project, which is a notes app. So in this notes app, you can create notes, update notes, delete notes, and add new notes. First, I will show you demo, then I will give you idea how we'll make it step by step. First, you can see the code here. In this code, there are two directories, the backend and frontend. All the code is contained in these two directories. So first we will run our backend. For that we will have to go to backend directory and we will have to run this command node index.js. Now you can see that our server is running on port 5000 and our database is connected successfully. I am zooming it for your convenience. Okay, now we will start our front end. Okay, change directory front end npm. We will run this command npm start. It will start the project. You can see here guys, there are some already nodes which are there in this application. We can do four main operations in that. The first is create new node. So you can see there are already three nodes are there, but I will create one new node. For example, my fourth node. I'll give description like today I will explain its code. Now I'll click add new node. So you can see here this new node has been added. Now the other operation that we can do is edit node. So I will just for example I have to edit this third node. So I'll click edit. When I click edit, all its content is here. Now I want to edit it like I want to win in life third time. I will change it to third time again and I will click edit node. So you can see here that our node has been changed. Now this also has changed in our backend. So when we will learn how we will do that in backend as well. Now the third operation is delete operation. For example, I have to delete this fourth node. So I will click delete. As I click delete my node and I will refresh it, you can see my node has been deleted. So these are major operations that we can do in our notes app. Now I will teach you how we will make such project step by step. First, we will stop this and this as well, and we will close it. Second thing, we will create another folder and we will give it name like notes app, which is already given. In this app, I will open this folder in my VS Code. So you can see here, I have opened it. I will open it in my VS Code. You can see here, I have made only two empty folders, the backend and the front end. So we will first make backend. Currently you can see there is no any directory inside it. This backend folder is empty. So we'll go to this folder first. Okay, now here I will initialize my project. For that, the command is npm init. Npm init initialize an empty Node.js project. Now you can see it is asking for package name. So we will keep it backend. So I'll simply press enter. Now it is asking for version. I'll simply press enter because we don't want to change any version right now. It is asking for description. So we will give a short description like notes app for keeping notes. The entry point will be index.js. We will make this file. Test command, enter. Git repo, enter. Keywords, enter. Author, you can use your name XYZ. License, enter. Type CommonJS and we will press yes. Now you can see guys, in this folder the package.json file has been created. Currently there is no dependency inside that, and we will step by step make directories. So the first directory that we will make is, the first file will be index.js. This is the main file. We will put our entire code in this file for the backend because it's simple CRUD operation, so we don't require too much directory structure. Okay, now we will have to install some basic dependencies modules, like I will install Mongoose and Express. These are two main important modules that we will require. Other than that, we will also require course module, course for middleware. Now you see guys, this has been installed. We can see that in this package.json folder, in the dependencies, here we have Express 5.2.1 and Mongoose 9.6.2. Okay, so now first we have to use them one by one. I am first going to show you that we will first connect to backend database. For that, we will require backend URL. So we will connect our database, which is MongoDB, using the library Mongoose. So we will get it from here, like const mongoose equal to require mongoose. This line will provide us the Mongoose library, Mongoose tool help in order to connect backend. The other thing is Express. So const express equal to require express. Okay, we'll save it, and to connect to it we will require the URL. So const URL equal to now to get our URL we have to go to MongoDB Atlas. Here in this Mongo Compass we will get the URL. Okay, you see this localhost 270.017. We will copy this URL, go to edit connection, and here we cannot copy it, so we'll manually type it, localhost 2027. MongoDB // and now we will have to give its database name. For in this case I will give it name this nodes. So slash nodes, this is our main database URL. Now to connect to this URL we will have to use the method of mongoose, like mongoose dot connect. We will give it a URL, and after successful connection we will use then. To know ourselves that whether it is connected or not, we will use this dot then. It will get fetched API, like this is the promise which after resolution of the promise we can console log anything about that. For example, console dot log database connected successfully. Now we will check whether it's connected or not. For that we will run the command. First let me clear it. Okay, I'll run this node index.js. You see here our database has been connected successfully, right? So after database connection, what second thing we need to do is we will have to set up our server, and to do that we will take help of Express. Express is for routing. Like in this case we first create the instance of Express. So how I will create that? I will use const app equal to Express. Now we have created the instance. Using that we can connect our server. For example, I will use the listen method of this app.listen. This the first argument that it will take is port. So for that we'll have to define the port. So const port is equal to 5000. Now we will give it the first argument. The second thing, it will require a callback, in which in this callback function which will run after the connection, we will log like database connected successfully. Console.log server connected successfully 8 port 5000, right? So now we will check that whether it's connecting or not. So I will close it using Control C. I will run again node index.js, enter. So you see guys, server connected successfully and database connected successfully. Why this is altered? Because it's a promise, and promise runs when it is fulfilled or rejected. So after resolution, database connected later, first server connected. Okay, now we will have to implement some of the most important, like 4 main operations. I will name it one by one. The first is create new node. The second is read all nodes. The third is update a node. And the fourth is delete a node. These 4 CRUD operations we have to implement: create, read, update, delete. For that we will use the use method of Express. But before that, since we are using different folders, so when our frontend will make a request, it will give some error. For that we will require course, but that I will show you only when we will get that error. Okay, so create new node. To create new node, first we will have to use the method app.use. Now the first argument that it will ask for is root. So to create new nodes, I will use the /create endpoint. Now the second thing it will ask for callback function. So this has two main arguments, request and response. Okay. Now in this callback function, uh, we will catch the request and we will send the response. This we will do inside the try catch block, because if any error occurs, we will see in this. So we are using first try catch block. Now to print the error, I will use console.log e. This will print the error. Now if any error occurs while creating new node, so the user should be known that some error has occurred. So I will send in response the status code 400. Why? Because 400 is the status code of some error. So response.status 400 and .json. This JSON is for giving it success message, which is false, and message will be not could not be created. So somehow code couldn't be created, not couldn't be created. Now in this try block, to create new node, first we have to understand the structure of node that we will get. So our node will be something, it will be like object. In that object, we will have title, some title, and another thing that we will have is description, some description. So this will come along with our request. So first we have to extract this type of node from that. But so first we will extract it not from request dot body, since it will be inside the body. Okay. Now we have to use one important thing here, that we cannot directly save it somewhere. Like you have extracted node here, but this will not get extracted directly. First it will ask for this body will be in the JSON format, and we have to convert this JSON into JavaScript normal object. So to convert from stringified to normal JSON object, we have to use here a middleware app.use Express.json. This is for parsing from JSON string to normal JSON object. Now after this line, after this parsing, our object will be normal object, and we can save it here. To save it, we will have to first check whether it is following the schema or not. So for that we will have to create the schema. To create the schema, we will have to use the method of Mongoose, like const nodes schema equal to new mongoose dot schema. This mongoose dot schema method helps us to define the schema of our nodes. So in this we will have the first title. Now title should be of type string. Title should be required, and min length of title should be 3. These are important properties of title. Now second thing is description. Description will again have type string. It will have min length of 5, and it is also required. Like you cannot keep it blank. Okay. So we have defined this schema. Now we will have to create model of it. For that, I will create not equal to mongoose dot model. The first argument it will take is name of that. So we will give it name like note, and the schema itself like notes schema. Okay, now it will first validate whether the note we are sending from frontend has proper structure or not. So this is the normal note that we will get from body. After that, we have to give it the shape of its model. So const new note equal to note, and inside that we will put this note. Okay, so this validation will go here. Now we have created new note, so we will have to save it. So I will save it new note dot save. Okay, if it has saved successfully, but before that we are saving here, and this is an asynchronous operation, so we will have to use await keyword here. Since we are using await keyword here, so we have to make this function async. Okay, now we have to notify our front-end user that your note has been saved successfully. For that, we send response dot status code of 200 dot json. Now I will give success true and message not saved successfully. So you see guys, we have handled error as well, and we have sent response as well. So this is our create operation has done. Now the second thing we will do is read all nodes. Again we will use same syntax here, app.use to read some to read all nodes. We will make endpoint of get all nodes. Now we'll make async function request response. Okay, now we will use try catch here as well in order to deal with errors. And if any error occurs, so first we will log it. And in the response we will send status of 400.json. In this JSON we'll pass object named success false message. Now this is get operation, so notes not found. Okay, to get all nodes we will first use the method note.find. Now this find method, which we use after using this node schema model, and we will pass empty object inside that. So this will fetch all the nodes from the database, and all those fetched nodes we will store in the nodes variable. Okay, but since it's asynchronous operations, we will use await keyword here. If nodes.length is greater than 0, it means our nodes have been fetched successfully. So we will send in response that status code of 200 means. Okay, one more thing guys, in this create operation we will use status code of 201 here. Okay, now .json success to, we will not pass message here, we will directly just send notes. Okay, so this get all notes is done. Now the third thing is update operation. To do that, we will again use same syntax app.use. First our root endpoint, so we will give it name like edit. Now we will edit a node, so we will require the ID of that node. So we will get that ID from parameters. So colon ID. Now we will again use try catch block. Okay, now in the response we will use 400 to update a node. It means that operation could not be performed. .json success false message edit operation could not be completed. Okay, now to update any node, first we will need to use like there is important method named find by id and update. But first we will have to extract the updated node from the body. So const new node equal to request.body. This will extract new node, and we will also require its id. So const node id equal to request.params.id. Okay, so we will get id from parameters and new node from body. Now await node.find by id and update this method. Here first thing we will pass will be node id, and second thing we will pass is new node. Okay, but this new node will be required to take a form of model, so that we will see later how we will do that. And in the response we will see set status 200.json. Now we will send success true, it means not successfully updated, and message not updated successfully. Okay guys, so we have implemented it is almost. Now the fourth is delete a node. To delete a node we will use again same syntax app.use. We will again require the endpoint delete. Now with this colon why I would use every time, because when we will send it id from the front end, So in between, it will automatically add this colon with the request. So we have to handle that as well. And ID. Okay, so first I will extract ID, not ID equal to request dot params dot ID. Now await not, sorry guys, not dot find by ID and delete, and I will pass ID in, I will pass it not ID. So it will automatically fetch that, and this will delete it from the document. Okay, here we forget to mention about try catch block, so I will add that. This will go here. In case of error, we will send response dot status 400 dot json success false message note could not be deleted. Okay, okay guys, so okay, one thing we missed here, we will send response dot status that 200, it means not deleted successfully, dot json success true message not deleted successfully. So our CRUD operation backend code is completed. One thing that only remained here is we have to use one more middleware, like I will first install that app npm I course. This middleware helped us to stay connected, like when frontend will make request to backend, so this course middleware, this is cross origin resource sharing, this will enable to make request. So these three main we have installed. Now we have to use it somewhere. First I will make its instance course equal to require course. Okay, and here I will use app dot use course. If you don't use it, we will get error. So this is our backend code has completed. If any error occurs, that we will see later.